up, nerds? Adam Ronan here, and I just wanted to make a quick couple of videos here. So, right now is the best time of the year in all of our opinions. So, E3 2018 is taking place, and shit is going crazy. We've had the Microsoft conference, we've had the Bethesda conference, we've had EA Play, we've just now finished up Square Enix, and I thought, I want to make a couple of videos to kind of discuss my gut reactions to some of the titles that were announced. Now, we're going to do a full Boss Battle Show episode as soon as like an E3 post-mortem when all the conferences have ended. We're going to close the week out with a really long episode kind of discussing every title. But these couple of videos right here, this one in particular, we're going to cover Xbox and just go over the things that I enjoyed and was excited about. This isn't going to cover every single title. They released a lot of different stuff. They announced a bunch of different things. But these are the ones that stuck out most to me. And let's just get started. And these are my thoughts and opinions on Microsoft's E3 2018 conference. Okay, first things first. So they started, honestly, let me preface this by saying that I think that Microsoft had one of the best conferences that they've had in absolute years. They really had to step it up this year, and I think that they absolutely did that. So they started out their conference with a huge fucking bang, came out with this gorgeous trailer. You didn't quite know what it was, but then it started to look a little familiar, and then boom! Fucking Master Chief just chilling right there with the announcement of Halo Infinite. Now, this was announced to be a full sequel to Halo 5. They're just dropping the numerical titling. So this is Halo 6, but just with a new title, Halo Infinite. So one thing that kind of caught my attention was this is designed in a brand new engine. This is the first title that they're developing on the Slipspace engine. And from the footage, now this was all game engine footage, so it wasn't footage from a cutscene or anything, but all footage rendered in the Slipspace engine. I thought it was quite beautiful. It's short of nothing that you wouldn't expect from other titles that are running on the Xbox One X, and it's probably going to take full advantage of those hardware features, but goddamn, the title looks great. Looks super good, and it actually looks really reminiscent to Halo Combat Evolved, going back to the first one, which maybe could be tying to a lot of fan outcries that a lot of people had for the art design that was for like Halo 4 and Halo 5. So I'm really interested to see what they do with Halo Infinite. I suspect we see more info coming soon, maybe, I don't know, maybe with a launch, at least with a beta by the end of the year. We'll see, kind of, but I'm pretty excited. I love the Halo franchise. Now, the next title that really just kind of, oh boy, this one really just dug into my soul and just tore it out with excitement. So we all knew that From Software was developing something that kind of had the moniker of Shadows Die Twice. Now, Shadows Die Twice is a phrase from the Tenchu series. It's a quote from the Tenchu games. So a lot of speculation was like, is this a brand new Tenchu reboot being done by From Software? And it was something that I was personally really holding on to the idea. I wanted that to be the case so badly. When this title was finally announced here at Microsoft's conference, boom, feudal Japan, all kinds of stuff. My heart started racing. I was like, is this Tenchu? From Software with Activision, which was, but I can let that slide. But the trailer ended up being Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. So it's not a Tenchu title, but it looks very Tenchu-ish and has a lot of Tenchu inspiration, and I could not be more excited. Like, Gordy and I were watching the conference, and we like flipped up, we were like, holy fucking shit! I was like, and when he did the grappling hook up onto the roof, I was like, that's fucking Tenchu! This is a Tenchu title! It wasn't a Tenchu title, but I think it's going to pull a lot of inspiration from. Maybe there's a lot of rights issues and nobody can get a hold of Tenchu, but looks incredible. The only thing I'm nervous about it is From Software, developers of Bloodborne. Looks very Neo-ish, very Dark Souls, very Bloodborne, which means it's going to be incredibly difficult. I kind of fucking suck at video games. I just like things for the story, so I'm going to obviously play the shit out of it, but I'm worried that I won't even be able to get past some of the early areas in the game because I'm just not good at those types of games. But very excited to see what this is. It's an excellent new IP. And like I mentioned, we're going to skip over a lot of the other games that were announced because they just didn't really strike a chord with me. But one of the things that was announced, was just not a surprise to anyone, was the Division 2. I never got into the first Division. I downloaded it and I tried it. It didn't really quite strike a chord with me. And I think that was actually quite the case with a lot of different gamers because it didn't live up to the potential and the stuff that they kind of announced at the E3s prior to when First Division came out. A lot of people were disappointed, but I think it did well enough, and I think people dug their hooks into it enough to warrant excitement for the second one, and I think they probably rectified all those mistakes with this new one that takes place in Washington, D.C., and I will absolutely be trying it. Next up, let's talk about Jump Force. Jump Force came out of fucking nowhere and kind of just surprised the shit out of me. It's very interesting to see that Dragon Ball characters are just getting their heyday with the fighting genre. So this is obviously some sort of interesting mashup with like Dragon Ball characters, Naruto characters, One Piece, Death Note characters in all just kind of like an interesting anime brawler. And it just the graphics are beautiful. So it's a far cry from the 2D animated graphics from Dragon Ball FighterZ, but this is looking to be an anime fan's dream. Obviously I'm excited to try that out and play it. It's just very interesting to see yet another fighting game so close to the release of Dragon Ball FighterZ that's got kind of a lot of the same cast. So, but regardless, it looks very cool. Okay, this next one, holy shit. Like, Gordy was upstairs taking a piss and I was watching this, and when this came on and I realized what it does, I like started screaming. I was like, oh fuck! Oh shit! And comes running down. The announcement of the new Battletoads game was something I've been waiting for literally years. There's memes on memes of Battletoads. Oh, GameStop, you have Battletoads? It looks so cool. It's developed in partnership with Rare by another developer. 2.5D graphics. Not a lot known about the title as of now. They didn't have a lot to show. 2.5D graphics, 3-player couch co-op, which is essential to me. I think that is such a great addition because it's something that games are lacking these days, and we're starting to see a comeback of that, and I couldn't just be more thrilled with the comeback of Battletoads. I can't wait to see more on that. I am fucking thrilled about that. That's a day one buy. Okay, next up, I think that we should discuss the epic trolling by Microsoft when it comes to their Gears reveals. So first they came on with Gears Pop. Everyone was like, what the actual shit is this? So that's going to be a mobile title that's going to be in conjunction with Funko Pops. I don't know. I'll try it because our Pops, like the new Lego games, like is that going to be a thing going forward? So that's going to be their mobile title. Then they announced Gears Tactics, which is going to be like a RTS for the PC. People were like, okay, cool, but what about Gears of War 5? They talked about that, and then finally they revealed Gears of War 5, or Gears 5 as they're calling it at the very moment. And it's everything that you thought it would be. It looks gorgeous. The story's going to, well, obviously there's a time jump looking at how like JD Phoenix's new appearance looks with the shaved head, scar and shit. The story's going to center around Kate going forward, which makes sense considering the way that Gears 4 left off. I'm super thrilled. I've always been a huge fan of the Gears games. This one is no different. I'm going to be day one on that, and it looks great. We all expected it though. But excellent trolling on Microsoft's behalf. Okay, and the last thing here. Oh boy. I had wondered if we were going to see the title from Rocksteady be revealed at Microsoft's conference with what is probably going to be Superman. That did not happen, but they did close out the showcase with just everything that everyone wanted to see with Cyberpunk 2077. Cyberpunk is looking to be a literal dream title. This is like everything that you want from a developer. CD Projekt Red is just unprecedented with how much they adore their fans and the time and effort they put in their games, as you saw with Witcher 3, which really put them on the map for excellence. And I think we're going to see nothing short of even better from them on this. This looks like a dream come true with a mishmash of like Blade Runner versus the rich detailed world that you would get from a Witcher game in a city that I want to explore every single inch. It looks fantastic. The neon lights, the characters, the design with the NPCs, everything you see, it looks gorgeous and it looks amazing. I'm so fucking stoked for it. And what was even cooler is in their reveal trailer, they hid Easter eggs that had codes for The Witcher 3 built into it, plus little messages to the fans about the development of the game, right built into the bumper of the trailer, which is just like, that's so classic video games. And it was really cool to see them do that, and I have nothing but the utmost respect for CD Projekt Red. I will buy the ever-living snot shit out of that title. Now, there was some other cool stuff with Microsoft that they announced. That they did a lot of studio acquisitions, which are good and bad. One that's going to be great for their exclusivity going forward in 2019, 2020, things like that. But it also is bad for gamers in a sense that it's just more exclusivity. We, I think, as gamers should be moving past exclusivity to really just be focusing on just games available on every platform. I think exclusivity is fucking silly, and it's ridiculous that we're still doing it. It'll always be, but it's cool to see that Microsoft is going forward to be everything that Sony is. So I'm kind of excited to see what they do there. A lot of great titles that they've got, Ninja Theory and other things. It's going to be a big move for them. Anyway, guys, those are my thoughts and just initial gut reactions to the things that were shown at Microsoft. I think they had a great conference. couple things that I didn't care. It lagged a little bit in the middle, but I think that they started strong and ended strong. And what more could you ask for? So we're gonna wrap this up here. If you like this video, please subscribe, hit that bell. You know, we just adore you, and if you're watching the content, we really appreciate it. Anyway, guys, Adam Ronan, out!